someone who's in position to contend soon or right away, and I could come in and still play my brand of football. No, I don't want to have to change up my game too much, and I don't think they'd want to as coaching and my teammates. I think we can try to elevate each other, and I can take someone over the hump.
It's no secret that quarterback has been the issue in Cleveland. When you look ahead again.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Shooting for the Stars podcast, you guys, with y'all's one and only host, Cameron Williams. And as y'all guys can see by the title of this video, you guys, it is trade season. Trade, man. Everybody just want to get traded. You get a trade. You get traded. You pack your shit and get the hell up out of here. Everybody has been getting traded. God dog, man. But you guys, with all that being said, you guys already know. Y'all guys can see by the title of this video, I got Myles Garrett here in the chat, you guys. As we all know, the soon to be first ballot Hall of Famer, 6-time Pro Bowler, has released a statement requesting that he would like out of Cleveland. And you guys, real quick, as we all know, in sports world, it's all about pivoting. So I'm gonna be pivoting from the NBA right back to the NFL, you guys, getting into the Myles Garrett situation. But before I do, you guys, please, you guys, make sure y'all guys hit that like, comment, and subscribe button if y'all are true members of Shooting for the Stars podcast. I gotta calm down, you guys. I gotta calm down. I can just get so amped. But if y'all are true members of Shooting for the Stars podcast, y'all guys already know what's taking y'all so long. It's right there. Like, comment, and subscribe, and turn post notifications on if y'all want to stay tuned for daily sports content just like this, whether if it's in the FIBA League, MLB, NBA, Olympics, NFL, it don't even matter, because I'm here to bring it all to you guys. But with that being said, we're going to do enough talking in this video as it is. Let's go!
One eternity later.
So as we all know, you guys, 6-time Pro Bowler, former Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett has requested a trade out of Cleveland. As y'all guys can see right here on the screen, he released a statement thanking the Cleveland Browns organization, thanking the players. It was an honor being able to spend his first 8 years in the National Football League there in Cleveland. But he is seeking the opportunity. And if you're like me, you're saying that, about time, Myles Garrett should have been got up out of there. And I mean, should have been out of there. The Cleveland Browns don't deserve that, dude. They didn't deserve that, dude. They didn't. They're wasting his prime. Myles Garrett is a generational talent. We all know that. That's something that does not have to be forecluded. That does not have to be reinstated to y'all. We all know that how phenomenal and how great Myles Garrett is at the edge rusher spot. We all know that. There's no mistake about that. But here's where it's going to get tricky at, you guys. Myles Garrett does have 2 more years left on his deal. And I did know this could be the end of Myles Garrett, possibly 10-year in Cleveland. You guys, after hearing him say this at his post-game press conference after their last game of the week of the season, when they played up against the as y'all guys know, the Baltimore Ravens, this is what he had to say.
Expectation where this organization is going to come since 2017 to now.
It's probably a more disappointing season, because what we expected of ourselves, what we had built here before.
Y'all hear the man? Y'all see it on his face. The brother wants to win. I mean, can you really blame the brother for that? I mean, the brother wants to win, and he has every right to feel this way. And you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Of course, if it was that easy, all 32 teams would be calling the Cleveland Browns asking for Myles Garrett. But all 32 teams are not going to be doing that, because all 32 teams cannot afford and does not have the cap structure to add a Myles Garrett on their team. So and getting into it, where can I see Myles Garrett ended up? And honestly, you guys, I said this. If I'm the Washington Commanders, Dan Quinn and company, after what we just did with a rookie quarterback and Jayden Daniels, I'm on that. Tell y'all guys what, I'm shooting my hand straight up. I'm calling to see what is it gonna take and what's the listing price for Myles Garrett right now. Because I'm telling you, teams are gonna be calling for him, especially adding him to that roster. Dan Quinn doing what he did with that defense, and you seen when he was this time spent in Dallas, how he got the best out of Micah Parsons, you guys. That right there is where I would like to see, Myles Garrett at a place like Washington, or perhaps a team like Pittsburgh. And if I was Pittsburgh, y'all might say I'm crazy, but I'll just do a complete swap. See if we can TJ Watt, straight up TJ Watt for Myles Garrett. No draft picks, nothing. Till we give you TJ Watt, you give us Myles Garrett. Same age and everything. But I'm pretty sure it wouldn't go down like that. No ways. But yeah, you guys, we all know Myles Garrett. He's a phenomenal player. A phenomenal player. We all know that. I mean, just wrapped up a year. He just had 14 sacks this year, 14 a year ago. Matter of fact, interesting stat for Myles Garrett. He's in the last 8 years. He just wrapped up year 8. This upcoming season will be year 9 for Myles Garrett. At 7 out of the last 8 years, Myles Garrett has had double-digit sacks every year. The only year in Myles Garrett's career where he did not have double-digit sacks was his rookie year in 2017, when he only recorded 7 sacks. Every year after that, the last 7 years after that, he's had 10 or more sacks. 10 or more. Won Defensive Player of the Year, 6-time Pro Bowler. I mean, again, like the dude, he's done everything. He's got all the individual accolades. And I feel Myles Garrett, he's ready to win. It's not about the money. And if you're Myles Garrett, you're going to have to be willing. Are you willing to be able to lose some money and take a pay cut to join a championship contending team like the Washington Commanders, like the 49ers, perhaps like the Philadelphia Eagles? Would you take those precautions? Willing to risk losing a couple $1 million, but at the end you get what you have a chance to host the Lombardi Trophy, Myles Garrett, which is the only thing you're missing. Because here's the truth, you guys, about our game. It was a lot of good players. It was Myles Garrett before Myles Garrett, and the Myles Garretts before Myles Garrett. It was them before them. In better terms, before there was Myles Garrett, you guys already know it was Dexter Lawrence. You guys are seeing what I'm saying? Or better yet, put it better like this, you guys, for y'all guys to understand. Before there was Myles Garrett, there was Aaron Donald. Before there was Aaron Donald, there was Dexter Lawrence. So, y'all guys see what I'm saying? It's a trend, so it's guys that come after you, it's gonna be guys that come before you. It's it's history, it's the history of the game. And what the point I'm getting is you guys, is that Myles Garrett, as great as a player as he is, a generational talent, make no mistake about that, but he could be at risk of being forgotten just throughout history if he doesn't win a ring. Because he's always gonna be that player, because y'all think about it. Aaron Donald, remember Aaron Donald, a great player. Arguably, if you ask me, the greatest edge rusher in history. Could line up on the outside, line up in the interior at nose tackle. I mean, could bulldoze his way through double teams. I mean, it was unbelievable. But for a long time throughout his career, it didn't matter. He didn't have the hardware. He didn't have that ring. He wasn't hosting no trophies. He wasn't winning no awards. Y'all guys are seeing what I'm saying? And then ultimately, he got his respect. He ended off his career on a high note, winning that Super Bowl against the Cincinnati Bengals, where, in fact, many would say he won the Super Bowl, because if you look at that play of Joe Burrow just had literally a split second, Jamar Chase was gone. He had the game-winning touchdown. He burnt Jalen Ramsey, but Aaron Donald won the game. And now Aaron Donald is going to be in a special silver case, and he's going to be remembered for 100 years from now. Okay, and and that's going to same thing for guys like T.J. Watt, or Myles Garrett, and guys of that nature. Michael Parsons, when he starts getting up in age. It's going to be important to win championships. Championships are important. Chris Jones, he's going to be embedded in NFL history, because not only he has 1 ring, that son of a gun has 3 rings. 3 Super Bowl rings with the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, he a Hall of Fame edge rusher. Okay, so y'all got to see what I'm saying. That's very important. That's highly important. But of course, we know Myles Garrett, he's going to miss the city of Cleveland. He loves those people over there, but it's just getting embarrassing. And Myles Garrett, you have to do what's best for you. And Myles Garrett, and the statement that he's making, Myles Garrett letting the Cleveland Browns organization know that, look, I don't give a darn about no Shedeur Sanders. I don't care about no Cam Ward or Cameron Ward, okay? I don't care, because they know the Cleveland Browns are going to be in a position to draft to either take Cam Ward out of Miami or Shedeur Sanders, rookie quarterback out of Colorado. But, Myles Garrett don't care about that, because even with a rookie quarterback, unless they come in like C.J. Stroud or Jayden Daniels in year 1, we're still not going to make the playoffs. Y'all are seeing what I'm saying? We're still not really going to be competing for much of crap. So, why would I be wasting my time here? I'm getting older. I'm approaching 30 years old. 30 years old, Myles Garrett, creeping up on you. Soon, you're not going to have that same burst. You're not going to have that same quickness off the edge like you once had, if you don't hurry up and get the heck up out of there. And it's almost kind of like, And it's almost like in this situation to me, it's almost kind of like I said with T.J. Watt. I've been asking for T.J. Watt, for teams to get T.J. Watt and rescue him from Mike Tomlin's, standard is the standard mentality over there from Pittsburgh, because I hate seeing a generational talent get wasted, y'all. I mean, in no spot, I hate seeing it. Like, it bugs me, because that player has all the talent, all the potential to go up there and really win and better his career and really indict his name in history. But he won't but he won't ever do that if you're playing in these small markets. And it's almost kind of like a bad relationship, a relationship that's been going on for a long time. What I like to refer to Myles Garrett situation too. It's almost kind of like y'all guys know, y'all been talking to this woman or vice versa. Y'all been talking to this man, right for 9 years, right? 9 years, and it hasn't been the best. It's been great times. But it's also been bad, but it's been, some bad times too. And y'all been talking together for this long, but y'all still never got married. At some point, the significant other's gonna come to a point and say, baby, let me talk to you, baby. I appreciate you for being with me for all this time, holding me down as a man, as a man, as a child of God, but it's just not working. I have to go pursue better with it. And that's the same thing that's going on with the Myles Garrett and Cleveland Browns situation. Myles Garrett's just not telling his significant other for who he's been with the last 9 years in the Cleveland Browns organization, telling them that I gotta have better. I love y'all. I love what y'all have done for me. The memories we made have been like no other. The memories we've made. I mean, I'll never forget it. But I have to move on. And pursue better for myself. I have to, or I'm gonna be stuck crying in the darkness of my closet. So basically, so you got to get up out of there. You got to do what's best for you. You spent too long there, Myles Garrett. You got to ask yourself, what's more important to you? Just the individual accolades? I mean, congratulations on reaching, finally this season, he eclipsed the over 100 sacks. He's now sitting at 102.5 and a half career sacks on his historic career. But again, none of that matters if you don't have no ring to show for it. None of that matters if you don't have not a hardware, no jewelry, no trophy, if you don't have nothing to show for it. And another thing too, especially with that position, guys, when you look at, because a lot of guys don't know, especially with that edge rusher position, that as great as an edge rusher you can be, we've seen some of the best edge rushers in this time. Heck, we're seeing some of the best edge rushers now, currently in this modern era right now. Okay, make no mistake about that. Like Jalen Carter, who'll be representing the Super Bowl over there in Philly. Again, Chris Jones still going strong at his old age. Or Trey Hendrickson for the Cincinnati Bengals, a guy who led the league in sacks this year. Okay, Max Crosby, no mistake about that. But y'all, that position is like, they have a huge effect, but they don't, because your only job is to go what? Sack the quarterback, strip the ball out of his hands, get the quarterback on the ground, basically make dead plays, turn live plays to dead plays. That's what the edge rusher and the defensive tackle position is mainly about, and stopping the run, of course, and all that good stuff. But they don't, when you're on that side of the ball, and when you're on that defensive side, Myles Garrett's looking at it like, man, we don't have no offense. It don't matter if you're getting 18 sacks and your team collectively has 50 sacks as a team. If the offense is so atrocious and it's so immune and just you guys are so immune, just so reluctant on 3 and out. I mean, heck, that'll tick me off too. And if I'm Myles Garrett, you sit over there, you gotta preach over there, and Jameis Winston sitting over there talking all that good stuff, sound like a goddamn preacher. Don't get me wrong, saying some good stuff. Don't get me wrong now, Jamie. You sound good. You sound real good. Shoot, listen to that. If we can get our behinds kicked by 40, you'll make me feel back up. You'll make me feel confident to believe that we can go back up and steal the game and get the win the way Jameis will be talking.
Blessed is the man who endures. Blessed is the man who endures. Today's going to be about enduring. Today's going to be about taking it to him. All 4 quarters, man. We can't come out and slacking.
3 and out. Punt. Offense back off. Offense off the field. Offense back off the field. Offense back off the field. Defense back on the field. Cleveland Browns defense back on the field. Cleveland defense back on the field. That gets annoying. And people asking Myles Garrett, and they see why he's not looking the same. He doesn't really want to talk to too many people. Everybody asking me, what's wrong, Myles? Myles, what's wrong? I can't freaking win. That's what's freaking wrong. That get y'all. That is when you really care about the game. Now, if he was like Deshaun Watson and didn't really care and just want the money, it wouldn't be no big deal. But he also wouldn't be the superstar. We wouldn't praise him as a class citizen, a class act, and a real team player like we would if he did have that persona about him like a Deshaun Watson. And that's why we tip our cap off to Myles Garrett so much, because he wants to win. He would not just a defensive player. He's got all that. He wants a ring, not just one ring. He wants a ring. And I can't blame him for wanting that. And I can't blame him for wanting out of Cleveland. So it's going to be a lot of us. This offseason, that's why I say, guys, we still got one more big game left in the Super Bowl. Y'all guys know I'm going to be bringing y'all that recap. It's a preview as well and predictions in a little bit. So I get y'all film breakdown in for, how both the success for both teams, the keys for both teams having success in the Super Bowl. And after that, you guys know we in the NFL offseason, and that's when things are getting extremely juicy. I mean, we got the coaching situation going on. Ben Johnson taking over the Bears job. Pete Carroll back in the NFL going in the AFC West. I mean, it's a whole lot of good stuff, but it's a lot of trades and stuff going on, a lot of trade talk and stuff going on. I mean, y'all guys see we're dealing with a whole fiasco over it in the NBA right now. And then the NFL, we're starting off with already Myles Garrett, arguably the best defensive player in the game right now as we currently speak. Ooh, Cleveland. And I'm going to tell y'all guys something too. Cleveland Browns, y'all lose Myles Garrett, y'all might be irrelevant for the next 7-8 years. Because that's the thing. Myles Garrett's been the few player for him and Denzel Ward. I will say him and Ward too, but especially that Myles Garrett. They've kept that organization grounded. They've kept them relevant. When you go see the AFC North ball and stuff, when you look at the team, we know who the Steelers have in Cam Hayward, Minkah Fitzpatrick, T.J. Watt. We know about the Ravens over there with Lamar Jackson. We know where they took us at Lamar, for Zay Flowers and company, and down Derrick Henry, and the Bengals with Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow and Trey Hendrickson on the other side. Where the Browns, their top players, their top sellers are what makes fans spend their hard-earned money to go watch them play. It's Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. Jerry Jeudy was spectacular this year for him. But I'm telling you guys, when you finish 3-14 and you have a former defensive player of the year on your team like that, and you finish 3-14, and not only finish 3-14, you guys keep in mind, the Cleveland Browns were on Hard Knocks this year. Not just them separately by themselves, the whole AFC North division. They were on Hard Knocks this year. The first time in NFL history where NFL Films, they produced Hard Knocks. Usually Hard Knocks is just with one team, but now I feel like they're doing something new where now they're getting a whole division in there now. They're doing a whole division now. And this year, first year, they started off with the AFC North. And why not? Like I always said, the AFC North is the most brutal division in the NFL. It's the most hyped, the most anticipated. Many people will say, I would say the most competitive division year in and year out in the whole NFL, because for starters, you got two of the longest 10-year coaches in that division, in John Harbaugh, head coach for the Ravens, and then, of course, Mike Tomlin, head coach for your Pittsburgh Steelers, okay? That's the main reason why it's a hard-hitting, it's a brutal, it's a physical, real rowdy, real rough, hard-hitting, bloody division. Make no mistake about that. But when you finish 3-14, keep in mind, the Steelers finished 10-7, second. Bengals finished 9-8. Ravens, I believe, finished 11-5. Yeah, 11-5. Browns 3-14. They didn't even compete. Their season was over when the season started. The Cleveland Browns are who I'm referring to. You got to get up out of there. That's embarrassing. And then week in and week out, you on national television. You on Hard Knocks on HBO Max. It's being a lively film documentary about you guys. And week in and week out, you up and you see Myles Garrett facing the meeting room team. He just livid, ticked off. Embarrassing. This is going on television? Oh, no, that's embarrassing. I got to get up out of there. And if I'm Myles Garrett, I'll be trying to make a move to the NFC where it's weaker at. Not as much talent, not as much obstacles to overcome, not as many teams. You don't have a Kansas City team like the Chiefs in that NFC. That's what I'll be trying to move if I was Myles Garrett. That'll be the move for me. But again, y'all guys let me know what y'all make of this whole Myles Garrett saga going on right now up there in Cleveland, Ohio. Will he stay? Is this just a money move? Is he just trying to seek a new contract, or is he generally really trying to get up out of Cleveland? I think he's really trying to get up out of Cleveland. Again, Myles Garrett, this is not about the money for him. He's good on money. Again, a lot of people don't know Myles Garrett. He's part owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. A lot of y'all don't even know that. So it's not about the money for Myles Garrett. It's truly and only about winning for him. He's getting older. He can't be having these wasted seasons, having these 14, 16, 15 sack seasons, and they're just getting wasted. And they're not even competing in the postseason in wintertime, in January. Come on now. Last season, 2023 season, made the playoffs. They made the postseason, but guess what? They were one and done. Almost kind of like Mike Tomlin usually is. Got blown out by a young Houston Texans team. That's embarrassing. And you go from making the playoffs to now missing it by landscape. Ooh, that's embarrassing. Y'all guys let me know. We're going to be speculating the situation going on. We're here with Myles Garrett. Y'all guys let me know, what team do y'all see Myles Garrett in? What team do y'all see Myles Garrett best fitting? I already told y'all guys I see Myles Garrett best fitting in Washington. If I'm the Commanders, I'll be trying to call up the phone, seeing who I have to give up, what y'all want for Myles Garrett to bring him over here, because that could be the final piece. You have the quarterback over there, because so much is played that, again, I say, to arrest my case, the edge rusher position, you could be doing your part, but if you have a horrible offense, an offense that can't ever sustain no momentum or get no drives going, or give you a break to let your lungs recuperate, man, you ain't gonna win no Super Bowl. You ain't going to win no Super Bowl. It has to be a team effort. The defense and offense have to co-align. The defense for the Cleveland Browns for years have been up here, top tier, elite, in that top three. Their offense for the long has been bottom of the league, year in and year out, bottom of the league. Shadou Sanders or Cam Ward's not going to change that. So again, why would Myles Garrett want to stay? I want to be somewhere where I can get some breaks. I'm not always have to be on the field 85% of the time while the offense sitting down like pretty Girl Scouts. Hey, y'all want a cookie? Y'all want some of these lemon cookies? No. Hell no. But y'all guys let me know what y'all want to hear next in the comment section down below. Y'all guys let me know what y'all think about this Myles Garrett trade. Y'all reactions. Is it a shocker? Is it not? And then last of all, y'all guys let me know if Myles Garrett is traded this offseason. Which team do y'all see him best fitting, or where y'all would like to see Myles Garrett at? Y'all guys let me know. And I will see y'all on the next episode on Shoot It for the Stars podcast, you guys, with y'all's one and only host, Cameron Williams.